What if we told you the savior of the Avengers isn't Iron Man? You're probably thinking, yeah, we know, RDJ is playing Doctor Doom now. But the real question is, who could save the Avengers in Doomsday besides Doctor Strange, Loki, or America Chavez? The answer might actually be hidden in one of those old Fox X-Men movies. After the multiverse saga wraps up, you could see this character in the MCU's Mutant saga, or maybe even at the end of Avengers Doomsday, helping Doctor Strange save the remaining heroes. Now you're probably asking, who is this new Marvel savior? Well, it's none other than Nightcrawler. He could be a big-time hero in Doomsday and possibly set the stage for a solo X-Men movie or his debut in the MCU's X-Men lineup. Let's break down everything we know about how Nightcrawler might save the Avengers in Doomsday and more. Before we dive into the Nightcrawler solo movie in the MCU or where he might pop up in the multiverse saga, let's get to know his comic book history a bit better. Nightcrawler, aka Kurt Wagner, is a well-known member of the X-Men, created by writer Len Wein and artist Dave Cockrum. He made his debut in Giant Size X-Men #1 back in May 1975. Interestingly, there was already a character with a similar name, Nightcrawler, so Marvel changed that character's name to Darkcrawler to avoid any mix-up. As a mutant, Nightcrawler has the X gene that causes some cool physical mutations and gives him superhuman abilities. He's got super agility, can teleport, and has adhesive hands and feet. Physically, he's distinctive with his indigo fur, which helps him blend into shadows, two-toed feet, three-fingered hands, yellow eyes, pointed ears, and even a prehensile tail. In earlier comic appearances, Nightcrawler was known as a fun-loving prankster with a taste for swashbuckling adventures. He's also a devout Catholic, which was more of a subtle aspect in his early days, but has been more pronounced in later stories. He hails from a small Bavarian village called Witzeldorf. In a surprising twist revealed in 1994, Nightcrawler is the son of the mutant villain Mystique, also known as Raven Darkholme. Initially, it was thought he was born from her fling with Azazel, but a 2023 storyline in X-Men Blue Origins clarified that his parents are actually Mystique and her wife, Destiny. Mystique shapeshifted into a male form to conceive him, with Destiny carrying him. Nightcrawler has been a staple in Marvel Comics and has appeared in various video games and animated series, including the 1990s X-Men series and its successors like X-Men Evolution and Wolverine and the X-Men. He was portrayed by Alan Cumming in X2 and had a younger version played by Cody Smith-McPhee in X-Men Apocalypse, Deadpool 2, and Dark Phoenix. Now let's talk about how Nightcrawler could use his teleportation skills to save a bunch of Avengers in the upcoming Doomsday movie. In the MCU, many characters can hop between universes, like Doctor Strange, Loki, America Chavez, and more. Nightcrawler's teleportation ability could be a game-changer in this scenario. In the comics, Nightcrawler has been part of several storylines where his teleportation powers have been essential for saving others, including some encounters with the Avengers. Take the Second Coming storyline, for example. Nightcrawler plays a key role in rescuing Hope Summers and a bunch of other mutants. Even though this tale is mostly about the X-Men, it really shows off Nightcrawler's teleportation skills in high-pressure situations. He's able to teleport himself and Hope across long distances, proving just how effective he can be when things get tough. While he doesn't save the Avengers directly here, his actions are part of a larger mutant narrative that often intersects with the Avengers' adventures. Another great example is during the Avengers vs. X-Men crossover event. Nightcrawler is involved in critical moments that highlight his teleportation abilities. Although he's mostly on the side of the X-Men in the conflict, he uses his powers to navigate through dangerous situations and assist his teammates, which indirectly affects the Avengers too. One particularly impressive feat occurs in Way of X #5, where Nightcrawler teleports a falling moon away from Mars to save millions of lives. While this act primarily focuses on mutants, it demonstrates his readiness to put himself on the line for others, including potential allies like the Avengers in similar crises. Even if there isn't a specific comic event where Nightcrawler directly teleports to save the Avengers, his powers have been showcased in various crossovers and major arcs that involve both teams. His teleportation skills provide a tactical edge in battles and rescue missions, making him an invaluable asset to any team he's part of. So it's totally plausible that in Doomsday, Nightcrawler could come through in a big way, using his abilities to save the day and setting the stage for his solo movie in the Mutant Saga. Nightcrawler's teleportation skills could be a total game-changer when it comes to rescuing trapped or injured Avengers in Doomsday or any other hero. Imagine him zipping in and out, grabbing teammates in sticky situations and getting them to safety in a flash. His quick thinking and agility would be essential for navigating chaos, especially when time is of the essence. During battles, he could use his teleportation to confuse and disorient enemies, like Doctor Doom's forces. By popping up in unexpected places, he could create distractions that give other heroes the perfect chance to strike. It's like he'd be a whirlwind of blue fur, leaving foes scratching their heads, while his teammates capitalize on the confusion. Plus, Nightcrawler could easily teleport Avengers to key locations, helping them reposition and outmaneuver opponents on the fly. This kind of tactical advantage would be super handy during big events like Secret Wars, where speed and strategy are everything. When it comes to which version of Nightcrawler we might see in the MCU's Doomsday movie and potential solo flicks in the Mutant Saga, there's a lot to unpack. Nightcrawler has had limited screen time in previous X-Men movies, showing only a few of his mutant powers despite his extensive abilities in the comics. He first made his appearance in 2003's X2, X-Men United, portrayed by Alan Cumming, and later by Cody Smith-McPhee in X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. While he's a major character in X-Men lore, he never got a substantial role in those films. In the comics, Kurt Wagner is the son of Mystique and Destiny, with his teleportation powers stemming from the demonic mutant Azazel, whose form Mystique took on to conceive him. Unfortunately, the Fox X-Men films largely ignored Nightcrawler's origins, focusing mostly on his teleportation abilities while neglecting his other 9 superpowers. One fascinating aspect of Nightcrawler is his camouflage. With all this in mind, if we do see Nightcrawler in the MCU, it would be exciting to see a version of him that fully utilizes his powers and backstory, especially in a Doomsday scenario where his abilities could play a crucial role in saving the Avengers. And that's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.